Hello everybody, welcome to Compound Interest Part 2 by Martin Tutorials. I recently did another YouTube called A Beginner's Guide to the Mathematics of Compound Interest. That was uploaded to both my YouTubes, Variety and Fun Math and Martin Tutorials. If you've never learned about compound interest before, I suggest you watch that YouTube, this one here, A Beginner's Guide to the Mathematics of Compound Interest, as that is the prerequisite for this one. As both these YouTubes are relatively for beginners, both that YouTube and this YouTube is going to both my YouTube channels called Variety and Fun Math and Martin Tutorials. But if you've never done compound interest before, I highly recommend seeing that other YouTube first. And now that I've explained that, let's get on to today's question. Today's question is based directly after that previous YouTube. I'm going to assume you've watched that because it's solved using that information. And I just made up this question for today's lesson. This is a question. Bob puts money into a bank account. It's for 5 years. He earns 8% interest, and he's deciding between two choices. He puts in $300. After 3 years, he withdraws $50, and then he withdraws the rest after the 5th year. It's still earning 8% no matter what he puts in or takes out. The other option, he puts in $200 now. He adds $50 after 3 years, and then he withdraws the rest after the 5th year. So what makes it just one step more difficult than what we've learned so far is that somewhere along the line he adds on a little bit or he takes off a little bit, such as here in the third year he adds 50, or in the third year he withdraws $50. And with each choice, how much will he withdraw in the 5th year, and from that, which one will he withdraw more after the 5th year? Okay, so here for the question one, I drew like a little timeline. That's each of the years. There's two timelines. The one difference there, he adds 300. There he adds 200. The third year he takes off 50. Here the third year adds on 50. And after 5 years, what does he withdraw? So what we do is, remember with compound interest, in this case we said it's 8%. So each year we're multiplying by 1.08. And what we do is we do it just for the first 3 years, and then we do that modification. And instead of saying times 1.08 times 1.08 times 1.08, it's like saying 1.08 to the 3. That's a quicker way of writing this out 3 times. So I've got 300 times 1.08 to the 3 equals 377.91. At that third year, we remove 50 because he withdraws 50. We've got 327.91. And now we carry on with this, if I call it a journey of multiplying 1.08, we do it 2 more times. Times 1.08 times 1.08, it's quicker to say 1.08 to the 2. So 327.91 times 1.08 to the 2 gives us 382.48. That's the total after 5 years. The other option, he puts in 200. We first multiply for 3 years. It's times 1.08 times 1.08 times 1.08. It's quicker to just write 1.08 to the 3. 200 times 1.08 to the 3 is 251.94. And then we add on an extra 50. So 251.94 plus 50 gives us 301.94. And then 2 more times we multiply by 1.08. 301.94 times 1.08 to the 2 equals 352.19. So the first option, at the end of 5 years, he'll withdraw this amount, 382.48. The other option, after the 5th year, he will withdraw 352.19. So Bob Bob will withdraw more money at the end of 5 years with option 1. So the option 1, we're adding $300. Even though he withdrew $50, he will still withdraw the more at the end of the 5th year. And this is just one step more tricky than the first lesson, because it includes that withdrawal after 3 years. And that's my answer to the question, and talk to you all soon.